I'm Dr. Karen Perkins, and we are live in the wonderful Newport Beach. And you know, we're at the Speaking Empire event, Amplify, and there are people in your life that truly can amplify the environment around them. And then there are people that you meet for the first time, and your life is a better place automatically. And Don McGrath, you are one of those people. And you know, as we were talking, I was so impressed with the things that you have accomplished. You've got 30 years of top executive leadership in corporate America. You have been one of those really adventurous rock climbers, and that's kind of scary. And between the two, you have developed some great programs that you share. But tell me a bit about the rock climbing and what you learned from it in your programs.
Sure. Well, rock climbing is a great metaphor for many things in life. It's got challenge, it's got overcoming adversity, it's got developing competence and confidence. It's got so many great metaphors, and I've actually been able to take some of those lessons and use them not only in my own career, but also help other people to understand, for example, some of the self-limiting beliefs and fears that they have that are just not true. And going through an experience like a rock climbing experience can just help people understand that. It gets them out of their normal context.
Oh, I like that. Now, with that rock climbing, you have found a way to help people do an inner leadership, is that right?
Yeah, so there's kind of two things that I learned. One, in my rock climbing, I learned about personal leadership. And that's the ability to set goals, a big goal. I call it a BHAG. Actually, Jim Collins called it a BHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal. Those things that are life-changing.
I love that. Big, hairy, audacious goal. Sorry, I was laughing about that earlier. I love it. So what was your big, hairy, audacious goal?
So my first big, hairy, audacious goal in my life was to, by the age of 50, to be financially in a place where I could make the leap from my corporate job and follow my passion, which is climbing and teaching other people.
So you got about 10 more years.
I just reached it last year. So
well,
I'm there now.
Congratulations.
And thank you very much. And so in that journey, which I missed by a couple of years, but in that journey, I just learned so much about limiting beliefs. I learned so much about goal setting. I learned about grit, what it takes to really reach really long-term hard things. And you need to expect it's going to be hard, but it's doable. So I learned a lot about that, and I took a lot of what I learned about people leadership in a corporate context, and almost nothing gets done by ourselves these days. The days of the artists, except for art's sake, is almost gone. I led teams that made 500 million transistor chips. One person couldn't do those things. So we all need other people. We need to learn how to lead other people to our vision.
Now, I understand that you have an ebook out, Lead and Grow Rich, right?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the book.
So the book chronicles some of the journey that I had in reaching my big BHAG. The book has two parts. The first is about personal leadership. It talks about setting those very big goals, how our beliefs are set early in our life, and then what we have to do to really dismiss them, debunk them, so we can move past them. And then there's part two of the book is about people leadership, how to develop the characteristics like empathy and connection that we all need to lead people.
Right. And, you know, I have to ask you, does that leadership, people leadership, end in corporate America, or does it bleed over into other areas of our life?
There's leadership everywhere. We need leaders everywhere. We need them in our communities. We need them in our churches. We need them in our corporations. We need them in our nonprofits. We need them in our families. I mean, we need leadership, the dire need for leadership everywhere. That's why this is applicable to not just business people, but people who need other people to get to their vision.
So who are the type of people that you help?
So they're people who are, anybody who has a big goal. You know, if you want to change something in another country, if you want to develop a foundation, if you want to develop a program that's going to help the next generation of kids, if you want to develop a program that's going to change the game for millennials, which right now are challenged, if you want to be like myself and get to the point financially where you can go sail the world, do something that you always want to do, live that big life, that's who this book is written for.
So, if I understand it right, you help the people who have a BHAD, a big, hairy, audacious desire, or dream, and turn it into a BHAG.
Yes.
So now it's a goal so they can achieve it, right?
Yeah, there's a big distinction between a dream and a goal. A goal has a plan. A dream without a plan just remains a dream.
Oh, that is so true. And you know, one of the things here I've learned with Speaking Empire is they help us with those BHAGs. I just never... heard it quite like that, and they help us with our dreams. And I've learned so much from these guys, but I'm really curious, if you were to share one wow that you've gotten out of this event so far, what would it be?
You know, I think the one thing that struck me most is there are so many things to do. I mean, the amount of information that's in these talks and in these workshops are so overwhelming. But what we really need to do is choose one or two things and go implement them. So that's not only do you get a ton of information, but stress over and over again how you have to take some action. And people who take action are the ones who get rewarded. So I still haven't figured out that one thing yet because there's still a couple days to come, but I have committed to take that action when I get back to my work.
Oh, I love that. And you are actually the expert at personal leadership and people leadership, so the PPs.
That's right.
And anybody who wants to reach that big audacious goal, anybody who has a desire or dream to do something amazing, you're the man to help them, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, since you're the man to help them, they need to know how to get in touch with you. How do they do that?
Okay, the best place to do that is go to my website, contourleadership.com. They can download Lead and Grow Rich for free. It's on the website.
Really?
They can just get a copy of that on the website, and there's also a contact form there. So just get a hold of me, reach out. I really wanna help.
All right,
My
say the
next
website
BHAG
one more time.
Yeah, it's contourleadership.com.
Contourleadership.com. Go get the ebook now. And
My next BHAG is to help 1 million people to reach their BHAGs by the time I'm 65, which is a little over 10 years. So that's my next BHAG.
Awesome. Okay, help him reach that goal and reach your own goal while you're at it. Don, thank you so much for being with me today and interviewing with me.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. I've learned a lot.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.